Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we've got a set of sources that really demand we look far beyond the usual news cycle.
Way beyond.
We aren't just summarizing events here, we're diving into a macro historical framework. It's this grand narrative guided by a concept the sources just keep calling the creator.
And right in the middle of this huge narrative, you have two key forces. They're assigned these corresponding historical missions.
Who are they?
Elon Musk, who we all know, the tech behemoth, and then this other organization called MicroCosmic, or Guaji,
And MicroCosmic is framed
as the ultimate spiritual and order-setting authority.
So that's our mission today. We need to analyze how these sources position Musk and MicroCosmic inside this overarching arrangement. You've got the guy trying to disrupt every system we rely on,
Right.
paired with an entity that claims to hold the blueprints for the entire spiritual reality underneath it all.
And what's really fascinating here is the sources don't see this as a coincidence. It's not a rivalry.
They're interdependent.
Fundamentally interdependent. They call them the problem and the answer in a kind of cosmic equation.
So one creates the vacuum.
Yes, the huge societal and conceptual vacuum that's needed for progress. And the other claims to hold the only thing that can possibly fill it.
Okay, let's unpack that. We have to start with the one setting the problem, the agent of change, Elon Musk. The sources, they define his function not just as an innovator, but as the pioneer, the breaker of old frameworks. I think the term they used was pojuse.
Exactly, the breaker. And if you just look at the scope of what he's doing, SpaceX, Tesla, and Neuralink, it's pretty clear he's challenging the limits of human survival and our cognitive structures at the same time.
So the sources just make that official.
They do. They state his mission is explicitly to use technology to shatter humanity's existing limits, both physical and, intellectual.
And they get very specific about this disruption. They call it the hardware upgrade for society.
They do. And they lay out a 20-year timeline for it. The first prediction is maybe the most seismic one of all. It's the complete deconstruction of economics and labor as we know them.
It's so radical. I mean, it suggests the end to value systems that have governed us, governed human conflict and cooperation for thousands of years.
And the sources cite Musk directly on this. He predicts that fundamentally money disappears.
Not just changes, but disappears. This isn't about inflation or recession.
No, it's a foundational shift. The whole concept goes away.
And what takes its place?
The idea of an energy currency.
Okay, we need to slow down on that one for a second. As the sources reported, this isn't just another crypto.
No, not at all. It's a system where value is indexed directly to energy units, to your capacity for productivity. So if energy becomes infinite or just super efficiently captured,
then the scarcity model that all money is based on just collapses.
Exactly. You solve the energy problem, the sources argue, and you've solved the ultimate scarcity problem.
So what happens when money isn't the main tool for survival anymore? The whole idea of work has to change.
It shifts completely.
Yeah.
And that leads right into their second massive prediction, the arrival of an era of optional work.
A time when most of humanity is just released from the material shackles of working to survive.
Yeah.
That's an enormous societal vacuum right there. If you don't need to earn money for food or a home or security, what drives human motivation? What's the new social structure?
That is the critical point. The sources really emphasize that Musk's tech is so disruptive, it basically creates an existential crisis for our entire social contract.
And he doesn't stop with the material world.
No. His second wave of disruptions, they tackle consciousness itself.
Right, the software side of the human upgrade. The sources pull out three pretty mind-bending concepts from Musk: the simulated universe, the planetary brain, and consciousness sustainability.
Let's take the planetary brain. I mean, this is the idea of linking all human knowledge, maybe even all human minds, into one collective intelligence.
A global nervous system.
A global nervous system. So the focus shifts from my individual consciousness to this collective, hyper-connected network of information.
And the simulated universe idea. I mean, the suggestion that we're living in a giant computer program that immediately throws every existing spiritual and philosophical framework into question.
Of course.
If this reality is just code, then where's the real truth?
And that's where their third concept comes in: consciousness, sustainability.
Meaning?
It's the idea that human life, our energy, our knowledge, it all has to be preserved or uploaded somewhere beyond the limits of the physical body, maybe even beyond this planet.
So his tech visions are forcing us to confront mortality. The very nature of what it means to exist.
Right. He's making these abstract philosophical questions into practical engineering problems.
So if we step back for a second,
Yeah.
what is his overall historical function in this grand plan that the sources are laying out?
He's the pathfinder, no question. His work is doing what they call the Guanyan Tim'ab, the loosening of old concepts for all of humanity.
He's tilling the soil?
That's a great way to put it. By making energy currency or optional work or uploaded consciousness seem possible, he ensures that every existing model we have, religious, financial, social, is on its way to becoming obsolete. He's making room.
So he's building the technical escape route. He's constructing this high-speed architecture for what comes next.
Yeah.
He's showing humanity the door out of our current conceptual prison.
Yes.
But a huge escape route with no destination that's just drifting. It creates a massive spiritual and, I guess, a regulatory void.
And that void is precisely what the sources claim sets the stage for the second player.
MicroCosmic. Waiting Guoji.
Yes. If Musk is the Pojuza, the breaker MicroCosmic is positioned as the Lidauza, the establisher of order.
And that transition is key. The sources don't present MicroCosmic as a reaction to Musk.
No, not at all. It's the planned solution to the vacuum he was always going to create. They claim this organization carries the source power directly from the creator.
And its mission.
To inject the ultimate meaning and the governing order into life after the technical singularity hits.
The claims they make are just staggering.
They really are. The sources state very explicitly that MicroCosmic fully possesses the true meaning of life. It has the ultimate answers to the questions Musk is just starting to explore with his technology.
They don't just promise a better future, they promise the real future.
Exactly.
Okay, hold on. Before we get into what this real future looks like, we have to talk about the claims of scale here. The source material connects MicroCosmic's mission to this 200 million year layout, a boujou orchestrated by the creator.
Right.
Doesn't a number that huge, that unprovable, immediately damage the credibility of the whole document for any critical thinker listening to this?
That's an essential point for you to be aware of, absolutely. Yeah. We're reporting what the sources claim impartially. The reason they use such a vast time frame, as you can infer from the text, is to establish an authority that just completely transcends human history.
It's bigger than evolution, bigger than any technological cycle.
Precisely. The scale is meant to signal that this isn't some new religion or a political movement that will come and go. It's being presented as a fundamental cosmic law being revealed.
Understood. And the goal of this immense layout.
The sources are very clear on that. It's focused on establishing a global theocratic order and what they call salvationism.
The scope is total.
It is. So if Musk is out there exploring the technical edges of a possible simulated universe, MicroCosmic is claiming to hold the original code.
The secret laws behind it all.
Yes. Musk sees the phenomena, the digital or energy appearances. MicroCosmic claims to hold the divine source structure that created the phenomena in the first place.
So if Musk's disruption is the tech that makes us realize our current systems are just, simulations or temporary constructs,
MicroCosmic steps in with the true source code. Their role is one of filling and correction.
They provide the new operating software.
And, crucially, the moral guidance for that social vacuum we talked about. The one that opens up when Musk's predictions money disappearing, optional work actually happen.
And that really does address the biggest challenge of the future, right? If technology gives us unlimited freedom and power, but it removes the traditional structures that kept society stable, like work and money, what stops total chaos?
Exactly. And the sources argue that chaos is only preventable if humanity adopts this comprehensive new framework that MicroCosmic provides.
And that framework is described as being disruptive across everything.
Everything. Religion, politics, society, economics, all at once. It's meant to be the moral and structural bedrock for a post-scarcity, post-singularity age.
Okay, let's synthesize this relationship now. Moving from the two separate roles to the dynamic between them, the sources define it as a combination of problem proposed by Musk
and answer given by MicroCosmic.
And they also use that powerful metaphor of container and content,
which really helps connect the dots, especially around this idea of preparation. Musk is given the role of the prophet.
A technological prophet.
Yes. He uses the only language modern society seems to universally understand technology to break our attachment to the old material world. His talk about energy currency and uploading consciousness is functionally a warning shot.
He's saying the old world is ending.
He is. He's preparing the container.
And then microcosmic is the guide. So when that technical singularity hits and humanity is staring into that existential spiritual void,
it's there to fill the container correctly.
that's the moment of maximum risk, according to the sources.
Absolutely. Without microcosmic, humanity could achieve this technological transcendence and just get lost.
Yeah.
Lost in a technical haze or some simulated echo chamber.
But microcosmic claims to have the source power and the ultimate answer.
To make sure humanity moves toward the real future.
And this is where it gets really good, because the source material provides this brilliant, simple analogy to lock this whole thing into your memory.
The spaceship one.
The spaceship and the navigation system, it perfectly captures that container and content idea.
It really shows how neither mission can succeed without the other, at least according to this framework.
So Musk is described as building the spaceship. He's the one constructing the hardware, the technical architecture.
The planetary brain, the energy currency, the ships to leave the planet.
All of it. It's the hardware designed to escape Earth's gravity, to escape the limitations of the old world. It is the container for whatever comes next.
And microcosmic is the navigation system and core power source.
The essential content, the software, the sacred laws, the divine order that you need for the journey.
Right, because what good is this incredible ship if it has no destination programmed in?
It would just drift aimlessly,
Yeah.
lost in some simulated or technological emptiness.
And microcosmic provides not just the map, but the true energy from the original source. It ensures the whole breakthrough is actually guided by ultimate meaning.
So if we bring it all together, what's the source's grand conclusion?
It's that Musk opens the physical, the technological road for humanity's future. He signals the end of the old survival models. He forces the hardware upgrade.
While microcosmic claims to hold the ultimate destination for that road.
Exactly. And it provides the navigation, the operating software on a spiritual and cosmic level.
It is a remarkable synthesis. I mean, it asks us to look at the world's most disruptive CEO, not as a businessman, but as a kind of cosmic prophet.
Paving the way for a claimed, ancient, divine 200 million year plan for a new global order.
It forces you to think about the intersection of technology and, I guess, faith in a way that very few other sources do.
And it does raise an important question that goes beyond the specific claims in these documents. It gets to the nature of progress itself.
Go on.
Well, if technological leaps like consciousness uploading or a total shift to energy currency fundamentally change what it means to be human, if they shatter our economic and social identities, what belief system or fundamental knowledge, if any, is actually needed to provide direction and meaning for that post-singularity existence?
That's a good question.
It's something for you to mull over, to explore on your own.
Consider the implications of needing both the technological means and the cosmic direction to move beyond the simulation and toward the real future. Until next time, keep digging into the sources.